Hi, I'm Beryl, and the theme for today's video is oranges. I was inspired by my last citrus episode where we did lemons, so today, another citrus, the orange. We have 5 dishes from 5 countries, so let's get started.
Hi everyone, my name is Jen. I live in New York City, but my family is from Eskilstuna in Sweden. The dish I want to talk to you all about today is orange soup, or Apelsinsoppa in Swedish. It's basically orange juice cooked with some spices and potato starch to thicken it, usually served cold with either ice cream or whipped cream. I really like it because I'm vegan now, and it's a traditional Swedish dessert that I can still eat and still enjoy, and I have a lot of good memories associated with it with my family around Christmas time. I'm not sure how common it is across Sweden now. I feel like it was more common in previous decades. I haven't really heard anyone else's families talking about it. We usually eat it for special occasions. It might seem a little bit counterintuitive to have a cold soup and ice cream during Christmas time, but that's when the oranges are sweetest. And in Sweden, I feel like we eat ice cream no matter what time of year it is. I think everyone should try this because it's a little bit different and maybe a little bit lighter than your typical like big holiday meal or heavy dessert. I think it's super delicious. It feels warm even though it's cold, and I think that's such a nice juxtaposition. And yeah, I hope everyone ventures out to make it because it's not a very difficult thing to make, and I feel like it feels a lot more fancy and dressed up than it really is. And I'm just happy to get to share something that has so many good memories for me with all of you.
Orange soup. Not something that I ever expected. I kind of, before I tried, I just wonder what's the difference between orange soup and just having spiced orange juice in a bowl. I mean, maybe there's not much of a difference, but this tastes really good. Homemade whipped cream just hits different, you know? The consistency is very thin, so it definitely feels like it could just be juice, but I mean, I like it. It's kind of funny. Not in a ha-ha way, but in a kind of funny way. Those slices of orange in the orange. Look, when I asked for an orange episode, this is what I was talking about. Make me think differently about something even as basic as orange juice. I love it. Even though for Jen, this is a winter dish, I feel like it's a really great summer dish because you have it cold and it's fruity, and I mean, it's soup, but it also could just be like nice cold spiced orange juice. Before we go to the next dish, I want to talk about the artist in today's episode. Her name is Anissa Riviere. She is also the artist for this month's art club. She said that she's always been a bit of an indoor person, and so she loves painting objects from inside the homes that show that they're more than just a collection of inanimate things. I have 2 print options this month that everybody will get one of. They're also individually signed, and she sealed them up very nicely. The link to join my art club, which is through Patreon, is going to be in the description. Okay, let's go on to the next orange dish. Before the next dish, thank you to Birch Living for sponsoring this video. Birch is a premium mattress in a box company. They make non-toxic mattresses right here in America that are crafted with organic and natural materials that have been sustainably sourced. I actually got a Birch Luxe mattress for my parents, and so that's where I'm unboxing it. Look at my mom. Look, that's me and my mom when I was a baby. So cute. The Birch Luxe mattress is great because it's specially created with breathability, cooling, and support in mind. So in the summers, it's a very, very lovely mattress to sleep on. What? Holy crap! Oh my that having an organic mattress is not something that most of us really think about, but Birch works with ethical partners that adhere to strict social, environmental, and economic standards. If you're questioning getting a mattress in a box, it really, really is comfortable. My parents are definitely enjoying their new mattress. But if you do buy a mattress from them and you don't like it, you get a 100-night sleep trial, and if you decide to return it, Birch will come and remove the mattress for you. If you order a mattress, you will also get 2 of their eco pillows, which are made from recycled plastic bottles. Honestly, they were so soft, it was very surprising. All pillows, I've decided, should now be made with plastic bottles. The mattress also comes with a 25-year warranty because mattresses are made to have for a long time. If you are in the market for a new mattress, I would definitely recommend Birch. You can click the link in my description or go to birchliving.com/Beryl, and that will give you $400 off your order plus those 2 free pillows. I think it's time to get back to the oranges.
Hi Beryl, my name is Irene. I'm first generation Greek American and I live in New York City. The dessert that I wanted to share with you is called Portokalopita. Portokalopita technically means orange pie. However, it's more like an orange filo cake because it is made with filo strips and you create a vanilla orange custard. And then after that is baked, it's also soaked in an orange syrup. I love Portokalopita because I love citrus, and it's just a very unique dessert. It is very orangey in flavor, but not overwhelming. You'll find it a lot when you visit people's homes in Greece. It's a common treat that you'll find that they will offer you. Portokalopita hasn't been a dessert that I've always gravitated towards. I actually found this recipe that I shared with you about a year ago. It is the first Greek recipe that I think inspired me to be more creative in making Greek food. I think people should try Portokalopita. It's unlike a lot of citrus cakes that you might have. It doesn't have flour, so you don't get a sponge cake. You get more of a bouncy custard texture. It's very unique.
When Irene said custard, I kind of had a small panic attack because I was like, there's no way I'm gonna be able to make this cake. I made this cake, you guys. I'm pretty sure I not only made it, I think I made it well. It smells so good and it looks so moist in the perfect way. Oh my god. This is so good. This is so different. It tastes custardy, but I did not make a custard, that's for sure. Wow, it is also so orangey in the most beautiful way. Having made another Greek dish using filo, which by the way was absolutely amazing, I'm gonna link it in the description. I am sleeping on filo. I have always kind of just felt like, what do you do with filo? I don't really know. Cutting it up and putting it in a cake like this is totally an incredible thing. It's like spongy, but it doesn't feel like a typical cake. It has something more like a oomph to it, like a little more of a It's a joyful cake, that's what it is. It makes me feel like I'm a baker. It makes me feel like I can do anything. I'm not trying to talk myself down, but like this was a very easy cake to make, and I think it is just impressive. You could make this for anyone and they'd be like, whoa, you made this cake? And you'd be like, yeah, I made this cake. I did it. And if you happen to have any extra filo in your freezer because one time you bought it and you were like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do something with it, but then you didn't do anything with it, and then the filo just sat in your freezer forever and ever and ever, and you keep seeing it and you feel like it's haunting you, now you can do something with it.
My name is Abha and I live in Missouri in the United States, although I am originally from Kathmandu, Nepal. The dish that I have for you today is this wonderful salad-like dish from the hilly areas of Nepal called Suntala Sadheko. You can make this dish with any sort of citrus fruit, but the most common fruits used in Nepal are mandarin oranges, sweet oranges, and pomelo. I personally like it with a mix of pomelo and mandarin oranges because that is how my mom used to make it when we were young, and I have amazing memories of just laying out in the winter sun with my family and devouring this dish. I think you have to try this dish because it is like nothing you've ever tried before. It is a blend of all these wonderful spices that somehow work together. It has a creamy base because of the yogurt, but it is also spicy, it is sweet, it is just a burst of these different flavors. I hope you really enjoy this dish. I feel like it is a little piece of my childhood, and it's definitely something I miss a lot while I'm here.
There is a lot happening in this dish, and I am very excited to try it because I think that this is going to throw my taste buds for a loop. All over the place. I'm like trying to catch up with my mouth right now. Sweet and spicy and like tangy and cumin-y, sesame, tahini like. Wow. Never have I ever had anything like this. This is super cool. You get like this sweet burst of the orange initially, and the kind of curd that it's covered in makes it kind of creamy, right? But then all of those spices that I put in it were like, hey, now we're coming in and we're taking over your mouth. And so my mouth is like really savory, but then still kind of tingling from the sweetness. If you like a sweet and savory combination, I got the dish for you. I had a little bit of trouble with the turmeric and the mustard seed oil. The first time I heated the oil way too long and burnt it. I mean, it was smoking like a chimney. So if you do want to try this, you don't need the mustard seed oil to be so hot. I would say just like hot enough that when you put the turmeric in, it just kind of goes like, just like a little bit. This show has just taught me so much about food, and I always believed myself to be this kind of like worldly eater, but then like I eat something like this and I think I know nothing about anything because this just like, this is nothing like anything I've ever had. And that's an awesome thing.
Konnichiwa. Hi, I'm Keke. I'm from Japan, which is where I live. Today, I want to share with you Mikan Daifuku, which roughly translates to orange Daifuku, in other words, soft rice cake. Mikan Daifuku is a traditional Japanese sweet which consists of a full orange covered in a layer of red bean paste and wrapped in mochi. If you cut it into two, it looks a bit like the cross-section of a boiled egg, but depending on how you look at it, it can also look beautiful like a flower. I like Mikan Daifuku because the region which I come from, Yamaguchi, produces lots of oranges, so I've grown up eating it. The flavor of Mikan Daifuku is interesting because there's lots of things going on. The orange is tangy, the red bean paste is sweet, and the mochi adds an umami flavor. Daifuku has a long history dating back to Edo period, which is the period between 1603 and 1867. A good memory I associate with Mikan Daifuku is when some of my friends from Canada, the Philippines, and the UK came over to my house. I gave them some Mikan Daifuku to try, and they really liked it, which made me very happy. I think everyone should try Mikan Daifuku if they get the chance, because it's delicious Japanese sweet with many years of history and tradition. 皆さん食べてみてくださいね。
The video that I watched to learn how to make this made it seem like this was going to be easy. And it wasn't. You have to microwave the dough, and when I microwaved it, it just like got really weird. Everything just feels like it's kind of falling off. Like, I also realized when I went to cut the orange that I couldn't remember which way it was, and of course I cut it the wrong way. So, you know, good for me. Let's give it a try anyway. I feel like the flavors are actually kind of correct, but I don't know if, oh my god, this is so sad. Okay, you know, come on, dessert, work with me. I do feel like it's right, but also wrong. Like, it tastes right, but it's not supposed to be like this. Oh, yay. Strawberries are definitely more simple to eat with this because there are no seeds. The orange and the red bean paste, though, taste really good. Gotta just laugh, you know? It's so juicy. Ugh, and sticky. It's like two things from foods that make it terrible to eat on camera. It's a dessert that I definitely love to eat. Perhaps not one that I love to make, or at least not for my first time on camera.
My name is Susana, I'm from Lisbon, Portugal, and the orange dish I want to talk about is an artisanal candy called Cocós de Gato. Cocós de Gato is Portuguese for cat poop. Yes, cat poop, but it's delicious, I promise. I like Cocós de Gato because it's a cheap treat disguised as a fancy delicatessen. It uses only the part of the orange that you would throw away, it's only the peel, with the smallest amount of chocolate on the outside. It's usually even cheap chocolate, like baking chocolate. You can make it at home, but most people buy it in old school mercearias. Mercearia is a Portuguese word for a small neighborhood grocery store. I can only find them in Lisbon and in a handful of shops that still sell very traditional and very old school Portuguese sweets. My husband is from the north of Portugal and he never heard of Cocós de Gato before. To me, Cocós de Gato really connects to the Portuguese cooking culture because we like to use every single part of the food items. We make a delicious soup with fish bones, we eat every single part of the pork, and we also eat orange peels apparently. Cocós de Gato reminds me a lot of my dad. My father was born and grew up in the 50s, and in that time Portugal was still living through a dictatorship. We had a dictatorship between 1933 and 1974. So sweets, candy was not that abundant. You could really import from many countries and most people were fairly poor. So sweets and treats were not that common. So Cocós de Gato was my father's favorite Christmas treat. And growing up, my father always bought it for our Christmas Eve. I think everyone should try Cocós de Gato because A, you can go to dinner parties and say you have already tried cat poop and maybe start a conversation. And also because it's one of those flavor combinations that you try and you think, whoa, what a great idea. Why have I been throwing away orange peels when I can make this with them?
I have to say, I love that the dish is called cat poop. I'm not sure if it totally looks like it, although it doesn't not look like it. I love that we're using the rinds. I think this is so interesting. Here we go. Feels like a fancy candy. It doesn't feel so much like I'm eating the rind of an orange. It's just kind of like a orangish candy thing. I mean, I know that's what it is, but what I'm trying to say is it doesn't feel like I'm eating orange peel. I like it. The texture is definitely like a little bit chewier. Not like gum chewy, but just like bite down chewy. You can taste the cinnamon too. Susana sent this footage where she went to one of the traditional candy shops in Portugal, and I think this is so cool. I love when you guys send these little peeks into your world outside of just my living room and kitchen that shows these things in true context. It's awesome. So thank you, Susana. I'm linking my lemon episode, which has some super cool dishes in there if you want to keep going down that citrus train. And over here are the shorts that I've been making about food history and surprising food facts. And we'll see you all in my next video.